we're going.
Okay,
Coming up. Just
coming
a
up.
minute. Setting up Facebook Live. There we go. Here we come. Hey, happy Saturday. Hey, Allison, how you doing?
I'm great. Nice to be
You know
here
what?
with you, Sharon. Yeah.
Let's just start with some music because as people are coming in,
Yeah.
welcoming them in, and I'm just going to sit back and relax
Oh,
because I love listening to you. I don't get to do
okay.
that too
There we
often.
go. Oh, that was sudden. Okay. Let's see.
Everybody can just take a breath and release. Hope you are warm wherever you are. You're deep in the snow and you've got a really good shovel. And as you're listening, if you just want to sing along, feel free. I'm going to mute myself and just sing along with you.
I made that up!
I love I love that with all of the stuff we do, that whatever comes out just didn't exist a few minutes
That's
before.
right. That's right.
And my name is Sharon Little. I'm one
Yes,
of
you are.
the grads for music people. This is Alison Weiner, also another grad. You graduated 4 years ago?
2016 with
Or five
Alina,
years ago?
another one
Nice.
of our staffers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, I'm with
And
Alina.
with Alina, and it
Yep.
was the 30th anniversary
It
celebration.
was. Oh my gosh. So I'm in Canada. I'm one of, I think, a few grads here in Ontario, a few more in Quebec, and Allison is in North Carolina,
Mm-hmm.
where she teaches piano. So, Allison, would you just, what we want to do today is introduce you to Allison because she's going to be one of the facilitators at our upcoming Midwinter Music Fest on February 20th. And I just wanted people to meet you and to hear you and to hear a little bit about how you got to music for people and what you're going to be doing at the session. So I'm going to turn it over to you.
Okay. I started picking out melodies on my grandma's piano when I was 5. Started lessons when I was 8. Did not want to practice at all. Wanted to be outside playing ball. So it was kind of a scattered upbringing musically. My father was a huge jazz fan. Only played in C because he too, when he was growing up, he just wanted to be playing ball too. So, but he only he had jazz in the house. He was not a Beatles fan. So when I was 13, he found a jazz teacher for me, Mike Garson, and I did that, studied for a year, and then I studied for another year with Tony Les when I was 15, and then I studied with Dave Frank for a year when I was 21. So by the time I had finished architecture school in 1981, I had some background. I was painfully shy. Don't please don't ask me to play in front of somebody, and it was very hard to do that. But I when I moved to North Carolina in 86, 83, I had a degree in architecture. I got a job in town with a small firm, and I played music on the side. I knew enough. I could play chords in some fashion, and I could read the melody. And so I wound up in a little band. And we played around, played muffin shops, and but that's not how I earned a living. And so the very shortened version of this is I did get to live in Hawaii for a couple of years, 2002 to 2004, and after that I moved to Florida, where my parents were, and my dad was starting to fade, and my domestic life had fallen apart, and I thought, well, I'm gonna regroup and hang with them, which was a fantastic decision. I had quality time with them, and I went back to school for music, and while I lived with them for 5.5 years, and had quality time with my parents, and they were so excited I was back in school for music, and I got a bachelor's in jazz studies and a master's in composition, and then my dad passed in 2008, and my mom moved to Arizona where my sister was, and I came back to North Carolina, which I love. And I started teaching, and I got very lucky. I found a job with a studio within a month, and I started teaching. I never thought I would ever be a teacher like that, and I love teaching. I just love it. And so that's how I've been earning my keep, and especially during this time, because people still want lessons. They still, and if they can afford it, they want lessons for their kids. So I've been very fortunate that way. That's how I spend most of my time is teaching, but I have been playing on Tuesday nights. I had a residency for about 8 years up the hill here at the local pub, the Eddie Pub here in Saxapahaw, North Carolina, and couldn't do that anymore starting in March. So I've been continuing a Tuesday night offering, streaming, and some devoted people come and listen, and so grateful for that. Keep my chops up. And then I had started a little morning practice. This was like just for me. I would get up, shower, get dressed. Before I did anything else, I'd come downstairs and where am I at this morning? I'm going to just trust and develop my improvisational vocabulary that I'm just can say something where I'm at. And so I just started to do that. And then I thought, well, I could just, now I know how to do this, throw it on the Facebook thing. So I just put my camera up there, I hit go live, and a few devoted people listen to that too. And my intention for sharing it is to say this is a way of just being present. And anybody really can do this. We have fans. We have fans. So that's how I've been spending my time. And also, I've been honored to be serving on the board of Music for People and spending time attending to projects there. So that's how I came to music.
And how did you find Music for People?
Music for People. So I just moved here I moved here in 2010. 2011, I got invited to be part of a theater production, a one-woman theater production, local. And I met Terry Beck, who is a choreographer, up in Fredonia, where Music for People has been hosting its week-long gathering in the summer. And I was telling, and so I met Terry Beck. He was the choreographer for this event. We started a talk, we were talking nonstop. We became great friends. Mm-hmm. And I told him I was looking for people to improvise with, not necessarily in the jazz sort of way, but that it was more about having conversation. And he said, oh, you must meet my roommate, David, who teaches at Fredonia and is a staff of the Music for People. You must come, please come, and you can stay with us. and like twist my arm, you know?
Yeah,
So
right, exactly.
so I showed up there in 2011, the summer of 2011, and there were 60 people there,
Hmm.
and they were making the kind of music I wanted to make. The approach they had
Right.
taken, the approach. It was thrilling to me. I was not skittish about improvising, but what I have learned from my time sharing music through music for people is about listening and giving space, making space for the music. That is a huge practice. It's a lifelong practice, and that is one of the many things I'm grateful for.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember you coming because I think I was in those first few years, and I remember, I mean, the growth and the change that I've seen over those few years you were in the program as you started
Mm.
leading the breakouts, and now we have our grad Friday nights. We do that as well.
Mm-hmm.
So we've got this music workshop. You're one of the facilities coming up on the 20th,
Very exciting.
and you've got, yeah, that it's going to be fun. It's an
Yeah.
all-day workshop.
Mm-hmm.
People get to come. There'll be some electives. It's a training.
Mm-hmm.
We'll have some of the people in our musicianship and leadership program, our training program, helping to facilitate and participate. And you are one of the, do we call them the adjunct facilitator? I mean, one of the collection of facilitators.
Mm-hmm.
So just briefly tell me what, you've got a particular session. Tell me about it. Tell us about it.
I just had it up here and it went away.
She wrote it down somewhere.
I wrote it
This
down
one
somewhere.
she's not going to
I can't
improvise.
believe it. Don't make me improvise.
All of us
Oh my
improvising
God.
musicians wind up having to write things down. We go, wait,
Well,
I don't know what I did.
I wrote it. I wrote it down. I need to see it. It's a
Well,
it's
while
a
you-
so a
Okay,
50
there you
minute
go.
session, a 50-minute session in addressing rhythm. Here we go. Here we go. Here's so
Here you go.
I had to write this out. It's called, my session is called Your Beating Heart, parentheses, get your groove on.
All right.
If your heart is ticking away, you know about rhythm. In this session, we'll explore rhythms, how to create them using instruments, voice, and body, and how to contribute when playing with others. Bring along your instruments as you wish, but know that for rhythm play, you just need to show up and use what's available.
That's awesome. Well, let's do some of that. 'Cause
Let's
I
do
know-
some of
I
that.
mean, this is, and for those watching and finding this out, there will be a bit of a rhythm and groove emphasis to all of the workshops. This is a bit of a focus
Yeah.
for this one. So let's go. I'm now for those. I'm a classically trained musician. I play a number of instruments, but I am in my office with not much. So
Perfect.
this is for, I know it's perfect. So you can show up in your office,
Right.
business upstairs, sweats on the bottom, whatever you want to do, and every session will guide you through it. So Alison, I'm in your group. I
Okay.
love to play because I love playing with Alison anyway. So,
Okay.
anyway, what are we gonna do?
it's
fun.
fun. Right in your own home. You
Oh
don't
my
have to
God.
schlep. You don't have to pay for lodging. You can eat your own food. You can sleep in your own bed,
Oh
and you
my
can have
God.
fun with people from all over the friggin' world
Yeah.
are coming to our workshops,
Yeah.
and
We've
that is
extended out to about
thrilling.
12 different countries now, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and 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 usually these people who've become my dear friends, we have quality relationships because we're sharing music when we get together. But if we got together twice a year, that was a lot. And because of global situation, we've been meeting over Zoom and weekly, at least. And that has been thrilling to be able to continue our friendships and our musical relationships and to explore music on this medium, which has been challenging.
It has been.
Um,
We have found all the ways Zoom doesn't work for making music together, and the ways that it does.
but so one of the ways that I really am appreciating is has to do with rhythm. Especially if you're a somewhat experienced musician, you know that when you're playing with other people, everybody's responsible for the groove. Everybody. So it's not just the drummer, it's not just the bass player. Everybody's in charge of keeping that beat. And because of most of us have computers with latency issues, that there's a lag time between what's played and what's heard, sometimes that makes it really challenging. But if you practice keeping your steady beat, what a great practice that is.
And what a
And
great practice that is outside and off Zoom as well to keep that, that beat going.
right,
And so if someone's coming with with experience with no, because we are completely accessible. We have most people actually come with almost with little experience, or they've been told any number of things about how unmusical they are, and we fundamentally, deeply believe that everyone is
yes,
musical. The only difference between
true,
Allison and I, who have experience, and anyone who doesn't have experience, is they don't have experience. That's
right,
zero,
that's right,
and it is such a welcoming community for
yeah,
everyone. So we're also bringing educators in more into the fold, because I mean, I was a teacher. I took this work into my classrooms. You're taking this online. We have a number of of our facilities that work in education. So for educators who are either working online, or maybe they're actually able to be in the classroom right now, or they have studios, or have group classes, why should they come? What might be the benefit for this for them?
you're gonna find different ways of engaging people in music making for themselves and with each other. And there's a lot of simple things. One of the things I've really appreciated about Music for People is that they've never said, this is the way to do it. They've always said, here are different ways we have developed to access music making. Starting like this, well, that'll happen.
Yep.
We just start feeling our heartbeat, and so everybody is invited to bring their own experience to the room, to the Zoom audience, whatever, and take what and here's something new. You'll hear at least one thing new. You'll have at least one takeaway, if not many more. What you as an educator can bring into your teaching. There's a lot of it, and it's beyond music. To give people who don't feel strongly about their musical ability, our job is to make a safe place for musical expression and really creative expression. And if we can impart that to kids right now, that they can feel good about their creative selves, personally, that's my purpose on this planet, is to make people feel safe, is to help people to feel safe so they can explore their musical selves. And everybody is musical in some way.
And everyone needs to, one of the Bill of Musical Rights, one of the pieces is everyone needs to express themselves daily through their emotions, and music expresses those emotions. And I know now Alice and I are part of a grad group. We meet every Friday night. We've been meeting every Friday night since the end of March. And I know, I mean, by Friday at 8 o'clock, sometimes we're a little pooped out and zoomed out and a little tired. And I can't tell you how many times, I mean, even I, who's hosting it, have come, oh
God
God, I've
bless you.
got this again. Or
Yeah.
somebody's got, and I've had recitals all day, or, I just like to, and we come in and we don't know what's going to happen. We play together, we talk, we share a lot, and every one of us leaves a couple of hours later feeling better. So that's, I mean, even there for educators. So they will feel, educators will feel better on a Saturday at the end of the day. They will get CTLE. If you're in the US, you get CTLE credits, and you can find out online about that. You will have some kind of pieces that you can take to your classroom, and you come into this Music for People community, which is one of the most accepting, supportive, encouraging communities I've ever been a part of. And it's, it helps us spread out. So you'll meet people here that you can go back, hey, Alison, I had an idea, and we just give you. We just want to help you as much as you can. So with that, let's you can go to musicforpeople.org to register. We have a sliding scale, and if you're seeing this before February 1st, we've got early bird tuition. If you're seeing after February 1st, it's still a sliding scale.
And reasonably priced.
And very reasonably priced. We want to make this accessible. We really try to never say no to anyone who really wants to come.
Yeah.
So if it's really a struggle, we completely get it, completely appreciate it. Please contact the office, and we can make that work. In the meantime, this is shareable, this is invitable, this is fun. The people are so much fun. I love them so much. So Alison, let's play out for just let's do a 2-minute. So this is one of the games we play. We kind of set a limit because sometimes improvs can kind of go on. So let's go a couple of minutes and find the first natural ending.
Okay, I understand that.
Pop your, sorry, do you want to just pop your, I see the top of your head. What, there you are. Awesome.
A little moment.
A moment.
A little moment, and so many more moments to have. And you too can have such a moment.
Please come. We'd love to see you, welcome you into the community. Alison, thank you so much. Those of you will,
thank you so much.
We'll see you on the 20th.
Look forward to it.
Have a great day. Have a great evening whenever you're seeing this. Leave some comments. Anything you learned, something that stood out for you, something that resonated with you. Love to hear it. Thanks. Bye.
Thanks. See you soon, sweetheart.
Bye-bye.
Bye.